Hey YouTube, Otto here. I just wanted to show you guys some stuff here. I might post this video on the official Atlas forums, see what the heck's going on. There you can see where we're at, and we're there because the bulk of the rest of the island is taken, and this is where we have spent over 400 hours putting together our base and our ships, and for weeks now it's been fine. We haven't had problems with storms. I mean, there are typhoons and stuff out there, and occasionally we see a ship of the dam out there a little ways, but that's it. We haven't really seen anything else. So today, a storm just finished coming through here, and not only did it hit, but it hit every single thing out here. Every single ship, the entire base, the shipyards, everything. And so I just moved a brig to the back place. A couple days ago we acquired a little tiny island back there. You can see it in some of the other videos that I put up. You can see the door and stuff back there. Well, right out there in front of that is where the brig is parked now, because the brig used to be parked right there, right in front of this rock. This rock area here is where I've spent, I don't know, a handful of hours putting together a foundation for a lighthouse, and also a player-driven economy house of sorts. And so it's not done because of resources and stuff, but this is where it's supposed to go, because right out in front of this rock there is a deep shelf, and that's where it would be safe enough for the biggest of ships to be able to pull up to. Over there by our base, out there by our ship dock, it's deep enough, but by the base itself it's not. Our base right there has got super shallow water and, you know, like knolls and stuff, ground sticking up just a few feet under the water all around it. And so you can't use any of that. It has to be someplace with a shelf. So as you can see here, future dig site, Cruikshank Trading Services. So, and it was parked directly in front of this. Okay, where we have never had problems with typhoons or tornadoes, call them what you want, ever. And now all of a sudden every single thing we own gets hit. And I'm just kind of wondering, like, you know, did we tick off a DM or something? Are they trying to send a message that I'm not comprehending? Is this their way of saying leave the official server because we're going to destroy all your ships when you log off, or something like that? Because, like, if I walked around, I'll show you guys. I'm going to go through it all in the video. This here is our only sloop. Diving board on it, you know, some swivel guns and stuff. This thing was mint. Look at the rails. 2580, 39. Let's get to the back of it here. Alright. 39. 25. 25, 29. The helm, 94 out of 10K. 25. I mean, these are dangerously low numbers to me. I don't like the sloop less than 35. You know, maybe 3 at the absolute lowest after coming out of some crazy stuff. 23. So this whole sloop needs to be repaired now. And that's ship 1. Okay, let's go over here to one of the other schooners. So, I mean, like, if the storm would have been longer, I could have sprung leaks. And if I didn't see it, or if I log on one time and I don't check it, or I don't have time to check it because, you know, we have life outside of this, then I can come back on and the thing can be totally sunk and gone. Because of what? We have been building here, again, for over 400 hours worth. And over the entire company, I would say over 800 hours with the other players and stuff that we have poured into all of this. And I haven't even checked the base. Like, I didn't even look at the base. But this thing was totally swallowed by typhoons or tornadoes. That one's damaged some. That's damaged some. These are damaged some. You know, I didn't even look at the base. Alright, what do we got here? These docks. They look okay. Okay, that dock took some damage. Not anything a lot, but still, it's damage to the dock that, you know, we never had to sweat this stuff before. This one's still whole, but it's set back. We run 2 large, 1 small, because we build other ships, and not just for ourselves, but for others and stuff. So it was like what was recently said in the latest Twitch live stream there. With the devs, they were talking about player-driven economies and stuff, and that's what we're already working towards. However, I don't understand what's going on, because for weeks, none of this was a threat here. I mean, yeah, we've seen storms out there in the water and stuff, and sometimes they'd come out front of this place and stuff, but we never had problems keeping our stuff protected and whatnot. And now it seems like in a one fell swoop, we can get everything severely damaged, that if we don't spot it, in a day or two, it could all be gone. I mean, even in a matter of hours. What's to stop another storm like that from hitting? I'll have to check the top side of the base. Scaffolding. What do we got here? Alright. This is still together. But I'm sure if there were planks on it, they'd be, like, torn up, which is exactly why there aren't planks on it. We have planks for it, not all of them, but many, and we've not put them on it yet because, well, on the PvP server, if you start a ship and it doesn't get finished fast enough, it can get sunk and destroyed, and you can waste, you know, a lot of time that way. And on the PvE server, I never trusted it, and so I'm like, no, I'm not going to put it together until I got everything ready. And so now I find I seen several, and I didn't grab a screenshot or nothing because I didn't realize what was happening up here. I was way back there working. You know, living out here where this base is at, we have to work extraordinarily hard in order to pull resources from way back in other places and bring them all the way up front. It's definitely a significant handicap. But that's what you do when all the, you know, the best claim lands out there are taken, and it's really hard to sail in the seas and get anywhere without getting sunk. I just had that happen to me right after this last 15.1 patch. I tried to go, you know, reset a timer and stuff on a piece of property, and my ship got sunk because it got slammed by a bunch of storms, and relentlessly. I mean, it was totally abnormal to me. And the only way I escaped it was hitting the edge of the region to get into the next region. And then I get into the next region, and then 4 ships of the dam spawn directly in front of me. And so they end up, I kind of maneuvered through them, but I took enough cannon fire combined with the storms that my ship sprung a leak, and I didn't have enough repair stuff on board to secure it. And so I'm like, since when do 4 ships of the dam spawn directly in front of a player, on top of coming out of a previous region that was running a crazy amount of storms for a long time, and the only, you know, safe place to go was to just get out of the region. And so, all right, so this is the galleon that's not finished. So let's see. It doesn't look like, I mean, there's that one point. I don't even know how does a plank get damaged 1 point. I don't know. It doesn't look like it hit the base and stuff at all. I don't know. Although the entire base was swallowed up by typhoons, and I don't know what that does. I don't know. We've never had problems like that before here, and so I don't understand what's being said here. Okay, is this code, or is this a DM working behind the scenes, messing around and sending a message? And if it's a message, what's the message? Move your ships. Where are we to move them to? Behind our base here, all through there, the water is very shallow. Okay, very shallow. The only thing that will fit back in there is a sloop, and the schooner only part way. You can't put a brig in there. You can't put a galleon in there. You have to keep them around the edge of the island. And when we have typhoons coming all the way up to the edge of the island and wrecking our ships, I mean, and it's abnormal that I'm usually even on now, but you know, what if I wouldn't have seen that and we'd have come on and another one would have hit? And you're telling me now our ships can be sunk while we're offline by storms? Like, I don't understand. Like, it would be a whole lot easier to just talk to a developer and find out if this is the norm or if this is code or a bug or if this is going to get fixed. Because if this is not a bug, okay, if this is not code, I just want to know straight up, is this a message to get off official? Because if it is, I'll talk to everyone else that I've been playing all this stuff with and we'll pack up and we're out. Because if they don't want us here for whatever reason, then we'll leave. But if that's not what it is, then I don't understand what's going on here. What's being said here? What's the message? Okay, I don't want vagueness. I want someone to be direct and clear. And so anyhow, there's the schooner, and I could swim around it. There's 46, 46. You know, all this happened in this storm. All these ships sit out here, and they were totally fine. And now, like, all of them, the lowers, the uppers, everything. So now this entire ship has to be walked around and checked. All the ships do. That sloop has to be walked around and checked. This other schooner back here, I'm just going to show you guys so that there's no miscommunication or misunderstanding or, I don't know, man. Some of the community's toxic and the other part seems to be pretty cool. You never know who you're talking to. And so, some people straight up call you a liar for saying something that's absolutely true. And so it's just like, so here's the proof. 43, 50, 45, 43, like all the way around it, the whole thing needs to be repaired. And so now with the rest of the time I have to be able to be in game, instead of finishing what I was trying to do back there, now I have to run around and repair a ton of ships. And now, look here. Let's see here. Let's go to map. Okay, that's where we're at there. You can see the red X. And like I said, everything behind us is shallow water. I have had a sloop back in there many times, and it gets stuck in a few places. The schooner here, it can't go back as far as the sloop can. And so this is one of the safer places for it because it's not out front there, out in the ocean. And so, I'm saying, where are we supposed to put our ships where they're going to be safe? And so I don't understand what's happening here. Again, is this a developer or a game master, messing with us? Is it a one-time thing, or is this going to be a repeat thing? Okay, is it time to just cut our losses and bail? Or is this, something that needs to be fixed? Is this bad code? So I don't know what's happening here. I don't even know what to do with our ships now, because if another storm like that hits, we could actually see destroyed property. And that's, like, I'm not okay with many man hours from several people just being thrown in the trash. This is the PvE server, not PvP. We come over here for some peace and quiet. That's what PvE is for the most part. It's kind of a chill adventure type thing, and it's not the drama and the hustle bustle that you get on the PvP. So I'm not sure what we're supposed to do here. It appears like none of our ships are safe, and I want to know, how is that possible? And is this the plan of the official? All right, guys. I just wanted to show you guys that. I don't know where you're keeping your ships, but hey, maybe you've never had a problem with the hurricanes or typhoons or tornadoes, whatever you want to call them, before, and you're not sweating it. And all I'm going to say is, since game launched, we've had no problems with them. We started playing about a week after launch because of repeated crashes. When we finally were able to get in, we managed to get here and secure a little tiny, down underneath that base is a little tiny piece of land. All the rest of it has been built up off of a watered area because all the rest of the land here it was taken. And so we grabbed what we could to survive. And so, it's um, yeah, I just want to know what we're supposed to do from here. Um, so anyways, if you guys are good, where you're at, I would keep an eye out because apparently, I don't know if it's a DM, sending in typhoons farther, or if now they can control them, or if it's just a point and click like a lot of spells are. Like, I don't know what the behind the scenes, I don't know how that works. I just know it can be done because I've seen the tool set that enables it. I've seen the admin manager that enables you to do a ton of stuff. And so, yeah, I don't know if a message is being sent here or if this is just bad code. And if it is, when's it going to be fixed? Because if we take another hit like that and one or more of us aren't on, what are we supposed to do? Come back and have dozens of hours just sunk and just be like, oh, that's okay. I mean, I understand bugs, but at the same time, I believe the development team is doing their best to nip these things in the butt, and to take care of them. And so this is a concerned player, a dedicated, so far, loyal player that has shared tons of videos and stuff trying to get this out there and get others into it and stuff. And so I just have this odd vibe that's like maybe someone was ticked or something, because those storms came in like that looked totally abnormal to me. That just didn't look like code to me. That looked like somebody with a tool set. So yeah, here's a warning to everyone else, and I'll put this out there, see if we get any positive feedback on answers. Yeah, guys, if you don't have anything positive to say or to share, don't say anything at all. It's just, there's so much toxicity in various parts of this community that people that just don't even possess social skills. And so I'm just looking for healthy, positive answers here. Something to point in a good direction. All right, y'all, stay safe out there. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next.